In honor of Sir Ian Anderson's 77th birthday, here are my top 5 Jethro Tull albums. Tull has always been an odd creature in the progressive rock ecosystem. They have a fiercely loyal core following, as they've only really ever brushed shoulders with massive commercial success. Honestly, that's never really mattered much, I think, in the prog world, but still, they don't really get enough street cred for all of the ground that they broke. So here's a little play on all of that. In the 1970s, Tull's impact was unmistakable. They fused colonial and medieval folk styles with rock, story-driven thematic albums, and parodies of thematic albums, and also metal. Metal describing Tull sounds weird, but they were part of that as well. Let's not forget they famously beat Metallica's And Justice for All for Best Metal Album in the 1989 Grammys. Add to that the fact that they've done it all with a flautist fronting the band, and you could say that that's prog rock swagger. Here are my top 5 Tull albums in reverse order. Let's stir up the pot a little bit, yeah? Number 5 is 1995's Root to Branches, and I can sort of hear you scratching your head already. Ugly cover art, clunky fonts, ultra polished, compressed 90s production, and what best metal album of the year? Well, none of that screams Jethro Tull to me, but I encourage you to give it another listen. Beside Myself is a sleeper hit on the record, an introspective rock tune with an international flavor that builds through clever theme and variation toward a chorus that hooks you on a melody as much as the lyric does. Tracks like Rare and Precious Chain and Roots to Branches capture a dark, thuddy mystery reminiscent of Zeppelin's Kashmir. And yes, this was my first Tull record that I had in hand, that I had bought before there was streaming. So big time nostalgia points awarded for this one. So really a lot of it just has to do with, this is the onset of my discovery of Tull. Number 4 would be 1977's Songs from the Wood. This is the first of a trilogy with Heavy Horses and Stormwatch. This is Tull in their full English folk revival mode, similar to like Blackmore's Night. Mandolins, recorders, pastoral flute vibes everywhere, but also blended with synths, heavy drums, electric guitars. Lyrically, it's a love letter to paganism, nature, and living by the land, but musically it's stuffed with quirky time signatures and contrapuntal arrangements. I love it, but for me it's a right mood, right day, right time kind of a record. Number 3, Minstrel in the Gallery, 1975. Folk still lingers here, but Minstrel is a much heavier record, and you're getting deeper into prog complexity and electronic instrumentation here, or electric instrumentation. Black Satin Dancer moves from romantic ethereal passages to chugging rock, while Baker Street Muse is a masterclass in multi-part prog composition, but all the while making the song sound like a song. The album feels like sitting in an old theater watching a stage play unfold, equal parts musical, rock show, and a whole heck of a lot of social commentary. Number 2, which may surprise you, is 1971's Aqualong. I know, why not number 1? Because the top spot is something else, okay? Still, the album rules. Aqualong and Locomotive Breath are both dark, heavy, and somehow radio-friendly in the 70s, and that's no small feat, ironic even. And despite all the fan myths, Aqualong actually isn't a concept album per Ian Anderson, but its thematic threads, like class, the hierarchy of religion, morality, they all tie together in the songs. For me, this is a killer, get psyched on the way to an event type of listen, but I don't really listen to the whole record in one go usually. And the number 1 spot goes to Thick as a Brick. This is Jethro Tull's Magnum Opus, a 4-part parody of a concept album. And parody. It's not, just the concept album as it reads on the record itself. The album packaging is wrapped in a fake 12-page newspaper about an 8-year-old prodigy adapting his epic poem to music. None of that is true. It's actually a spoof on the state of progressive rock music. At that time, they're spoofing Yes and Emerson, Lake and Palmer and all that kind of stuff. And the joke is that it's all fiction, but the music is dead serious. Rock, classical folk, heavy prog, it becomes this cohesive, super ambitious masterpiece. It's a 4-part song, basically. And Ian Anderson plays the bard, threading the satire into the sound seamlessly. It's clever, it's epic, and for me, it's still the gold standard for concept albums, satirical or otherwise. And that's what I got. Now it's your turn. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you want to fight me in the comments? Go for it. I can handle it. I'm not going to cry, I promise. Let's spark some debate. You won't hurt my feelings, I promise. Cheers.